Hi everyone, I'm Frida and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this raven Cloisonne Enamel pendant. This video is also a collaboration with my beautiful daughter Lightbox Life. She makes amazing paper cut light boxes. We decided that both of us going to make a raven for today's video. Please check out her channel, the link is going to be in the description. I also would like to thank my patrons for the support. Let's get started with this pendant. I'm using copper and of course I started with cutting out the shape. I texturized it because I was hoping that it's going to show through the transparent enamels. The next step was doming the piece to prevent warping. I've chosen black enamel for the back, so I sifted that first. I fired it with my torch off camera. I pickled it to remove the oxides from the other side and I sifted the clear fuse. I like to fire this with my torch because I can see when the oxides are dissolving in the clear fuse. When it was done, I started to fold the Cloisonne wires. I've chosen silver wires for this project. Cloisonne wires are flat wires and I rolled them in my rolling mill. I formed them with little pliers and tweezers to match my design. The wires stand on their edges as you put them on the surface of the pendant. I have an extra video on my Patreon about a problem I encountered with while I was folding these Cloisonne wires and how I solved it. Please check it out if you're interested. I decided to put the wires right away on the pendant and I secured them with glue. I like to do this instead of putting the wires on a tape. Also, I do that sometimes because the piece is domed and I can adjust my wires while I'm folding them accordingly. The inspiration for this project was King Matthias's raven. Matthias Corvinus was a king of Hungary from 1458 to 1490. According to the legend, Matthias's mother sent for him with a raven with a ring in its beak. The raven supposedly flew non-stop from Transylvania to Prague and thus the boy king of ravens was crowned. The raven with ring motif became part of the family crest as well as the family name Corvinus, Latin for raven. I'm almost done with my wires here and when I was done I fired it in my kiln off camera. Here I'm putting some hammered out Cloisonne wires in some places where I wanted to add some extra spark. I fired it again and after that I started to apply the colors. I've chosen black for the raven of course, but I have another beautiful color, a very dark blue, so I added that to the black at some places to make the raven more interesting. Enamel is basically crushed glass and the consistency of it reminds me of wet sand. I'm filling in between these wires with these transparent enamels. I'm using a paintbrush, scraper and lots of water. Water helps to carry the enamel to the corners of these little cells. Until you watch me doing this, let me share with you a poem which my other daughter wrote. A raven sits on a barren rock, cold wind ruffling his feathers, the shouts of a small boy startled him, and he lifts off on silent wings, forever seeks heaven. I hope you enjoyed this little poem. Let me know what you think in the comments. When I was done with the colors, I made sure that the pendant is dry and I fired it in my kiln on 1400 Fahrenheit for 2 minutes. Enamel shrinks during firing, so it's necessary to apply more layer of colors. Here I'm applying the second layer. It's exactly the same process as I did before, you're just going to need less and less enamel with every layer. I would like to talk about the color choices for the sky a little bit. I really like to mix in opalescent white. It gives the illusion of clouds and it makes the sky brighter and pop more. I've also chosen very nice bright pink for the flowers to brighten the whole pendant up. I wish I added another flower on the bottom of the pendant somewhere because I think it turned out a little bit dark. When I was done with the second layer, I waited the pendant to dry and I fired it in my kiln off camera. I also found it necessary to apply a third layer of enamel, so I did that. The last step of the process is the sanding process. I expose the wires and smooth out the surface. I use diamond pads for this and polishing sticks, and also I use a lot of water. When it was nice and smooth, I fired it in my kiln on 1400 Fahrenheit, but only for 90 seconds this time. I just fired it long enough to melt the surface of the enamel. I put it in a setting, and this is how it turned out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you like this video and this project, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, it would mean a lot to me. Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon, I put up a lot of extra content there. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!